So I'm not sure why it is not working. I think maybe it's because of a lot of outdated packages that we do have. See, once by the time when you're starting it, and right now we're having a lot of outdated packages. Maybe you also might be ran into the same issue at that point when you're working with this. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this next, and I'm going to delete this node modules, and I'm going to delete this package.log.json file. So right click and let's delete those things. All right. So here, what I'm going to do is clear. So if you want to check this, write npm outdated, hit the enter. So that's going to give you all the outdated packages. And if you click npm upgrade, so that is going to upgrade all these outdated packages, right? So that's what we are going to do now. So I'm just going to hit the command and I'm going to pause the video. Once it's successfully done, I'm going to get back to you back. All right, then it took me a while to update all these packages. Right now, once it took me a long time to upgrade all this, but now once I hit the npm outdated, now you can see it's installed all the updated packages for this. And now all I have to do is to npm run dev. Right, so now it's starting it up, it's loading, and let me say localhost 3000. Right, it's loading. Yep. So we do have this type error, so let's figure it out, the type error later, why it is happening. Okay, so now the song, everything is being loaded, and you can see the data is being loaded now. And if I click play this song, nothing is happening. It's not bringing my song here. Why? If I get back to the favorites, but from here it's loading. Look at that. See, it's playing. It's working fine, right? It's working. So if I click, if I move on to the next song, and if you sing, it's automatically start playing the next song. And if you can adjust the songs over here, so far we successfully fixed the issue. The reason is because a lot of outdated packages, right? But when I get back over here, and if I try to load this song, this song, if I click this is not happening. The reason is because if I get back to the home, I think I added that, but still it's not playing. Where it is apps, favorites, component, inside the page content, this is the same thing that we added, right? Use on play songs. I think I added the same thing on my home also, page component over here, song item. So I supplied that to my song item. Now the reason why it's not playing in the song item, it's because inside the play button we haven't supplied that id. So let me open that song item, and inside this play button, so this is the play button divisions. For this division we haven't added that on click event. So on click, call a callback function, and on click we have this hook, we have this property which is coming from here. That property needs to supply the data.id. That's the reason it's not working over there. So now it should work. If I click this, you can see it's loading. So the reason now the song is not playing because few songs are very it takes some time to load from the network. But if I click this song, see, still that song, it's been loading. That's the reason. Let me anyway refresh this. Okay, so now let me click this one. See, few songs are loading instantly because they are very lightweight, but few songs are very heavy and it's taking some time to load, right? So which means everything is working perfectly as we expected. So now let's go ahead and adjust the height of this player based on the player. It's need to, because now you can see I can't see my that logout button. If the player is active, I can't see my logout button. So the entire UI needs to adjust based on this height. If the song is playing, the UI needs to adjust it automatically. So that's what we are going to do next. All right then, so in order to adjust this player height according to the height what we are using in our player, so base this, I think this is 80 pixels because we fixed the height as H20. So if I click this, you can see it's showing 80 at the bottom right corner. It's showing 80 because it's taking the 80 pixels of the height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going inside the main container, and if I scroll all the way to the top, and for this division we are already using this TW merge, right? So for this, I'm gonna get the user hook over here. Const player is equals to use player hook. Get that hook, and if there is the player ID, if the player ID is active over here, right after here, the player dot active ID, if it is say so, then what I need to do is I need to increase the height. So height, I need to adjust the height over here. So h hyphen custom square bracket, use the square bracket to type your custom height. So use the calc function to calculate your height. Inside here, out of 100% of height, I'm gonna reduce the 80 pixels, right? Let's make sure the height perfectly where it is. This is the division, this is the entire division. Yep, here it is. So that, oops, this is the parent division. This parent division is taking 96 pixels, so it is supposed to be, let's use the 80 pixel and let's see what's it's happening, right? So okay, now we can see it's perfectly added up over here. You can see that. Now let me refresh it. It's loading. Okay, so now if I click here and it's loading that song, you can see the player is adjusted perfectly as it's supposed to be. So that's what we are trying to do over here, right? Cool. Right then, so now our songs is successfully playing. Now all we have to do is to fix this issue. So inside our player content, we are getting this type error, because this type error is not a problem on our local, but when it's moving on to the production, of course it's going to be a very huge problem for us. So in order to fix this, after a long search, I figured out a solution from an online Git community. So over here, what I have to do is and I'm just going to create a new folder over here. What I'm going to do is in the root directory, I'm going to create a new folder called generated types, GENERATED, generated underscore types, right? This is the custom generated types for our use sound. And let's get back into the tsconfig.json. Go into your tsconfig.json. Inside the tsconfig, under the path section right after here, for this use sound package, okay, you should instruct this to look after this folder name /generated types /. For the use sound, always use this custom generated types package. So inside the generated types, now what you have to do is get back to your node modules and try to find out your use sound package which you are installed. I think here it is. Under the dist folder, I have to copy these two files. Copy, and I have to paste it inside my generated types file. Paste it, right? So now you should see that issue, it's been fixed, right? Due to some reason, use sound hook, it's not taking that types defaultly from our node module. So we are customizedly copying and giving that index.ts into and put it into the use sound to fix that issue. And now that issue will be resolved. And if you shut it down and rerun it, because we configured our tsconfig.json. Rerun your entire project and refresh it, and please make sure the entire project is running perfectly without any issues. So now it's refreshing. I hope there will be no issue, and it's compiled successfully and it's been successfully loaded. So far there is no issues at all, and I have my user data as well as. And now if I click this song, and it's started playing, and the volume controls and everything working perfectly fine. If I click mute, it's muted, and if I click pause, it's paused, and if I click next, it started moving on to the next song. And this song is taking too long to load. That's the reason it's having this issue, right? And you can see the song is played once the song is successfully loaded, and it started playing that, right? So this is how we successfully finished the player functionality for our Spotify clone. So far we successfully finished the most important stuff that we needed for this project, right? So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you're having any questions or anything, please drop your questions in the comment section, and I'm happy to help you. And in the next session, we are going to build our Stripe payment gateway to add the membership role and to manage the membership role. And once we finish that, and we are going to deploy this project, and that's all that we have to do in this project, right? All right, I'll see you all in the next session.